Oh shit, 15 seconds in, and this thing was so slow that I couldn't stop that. But welcome everybody to my TLC 2016 review, live coming from Dallas pretty much tonight. I believe Dallas, Texas, if I'm right. Yes, Dallas, Texas it is. And what can I say about this show? Once again, SmackDown has proven to be a better show, better than Raw as usual. And with only 6 matches tonight for this show, pretty damn good show. I'm not gonna say it was like the greatest show of all, but I think the show was decent as best, as a lot of things are to talk about. First thing was the first match tonight for the Tag Team Championships, Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt versus Heath Slater and Rhino, which was a pretty much a squash match. Very squash match at one point. Because even Orton coming out almost like came out to his old theme song at one point. And when he came out to his old theme song, just kind of mixed it back into Wyatt's theme, and then they all came out with him and Harper. But pretty much this match was a squash match for the Tag Team Championships, which Rhino took the pin after Luke Harper took a bullet for Orton and took the gore, and then Orton hit RKO on Rhino, and it was pretty over. It didn't really go nowhere, really. So whatever the Slater and Rhino thing is kind of done. To be honest, when they were tag team champions, it was good when they won. What other match did they really have over nearly longer over than 10 minutes really? And how many matches did they have? Who did they face? A lot of matches they were in with 6-man, or they did battle the Usos and still retain, but they didn't really defend the titles that much. They just really didn't. So I guess they're still keeping this Orton and Wyatt thing going, which people are still waiting for Orton to turn on Bray Wyatt, even though Luke Harper doesn't trust them, and Orton didn't put the titles on them, which it is very nice that Bray Wyatt finally got a belt for once in his career. So I guess all 3 of them will defend the tag team championships maybe, almost like the New Day does, like in a Freebird type of deal. So that all 3 of them will do that. But overall, a squash match. Pretty much squashed Slater and Rhino. It was just done before you could even really get into the match. And like the crowd was kind of confused as well, but they kind of cheered for Orton to win once they won, and it was just cool to see Wyatt get a belt for once because of Orton being in it, I guess. So I guess they're gonna keep this thing going since they're now the tag team champions, and we'll see how this goes from there. Nikki Bella going against Carmella. A match I did not really care for, to be honest, and a no DQ. Carmella continues to get no reaction when she comes out, even though she had a black eye from SmackDown. But this match looked like it could have got good at a point, but it was short also. And when they did get a kendo stick in there, and Nikki Bella doing that kick from off the barricade, but when the fire extinguisher came in, it just kind of felt a little bit comical at one point. She just kept spraying Carmella with it, and she just did her whatever that finisher she does and get the pin. Then Carmella pretty much said that she knows who attacked Nikki, and it was Dolores, your total Divas friend, Natalya, which when were they ever friends? And then we all kind of knew that was coming, and the crowd looked like they did not care when this happened. It's just like they just did not care. And the no DQ match looked like it just kind of came in before, it just kind of looks like it came in. And the Natalya thing, I don't even know that was a good swerve in that. It was very anticlimactic. That's what it was. And even after that, people kind of complain also because they showed Natalya doing some type of commercial or some jewelry thing, which kind of makes it worse. So almost she was in a gray area, and that just kind of messed up the announcement thing. And like the crowd didn't care. And here's another thing with this show tonight, and this throughout the entire show, which I don't know why they kept doing this. Every time somebody did some big move or big spot out there, or any type of spot, they would like put the camera on the crowd, and it'd be look sometimes where they were really excited, but then there were times when the fans would just like they didn't care and they sat on their hands and didn't give a shit. Daniel Bryan was talking in the back and praised Dolph Ziggler until Miz and them showed up and said Daniel doesn't like it, so he finally admitted it and everything. And versus he never liked him either, and Miz pretty much says he's not going to get in the ring and win that IC title and retain. Which it was the Miz versus Dolph Ziggler, still kind of dressed like HBK in a way. But this match was really good match, really good. Good stretching time. I really enjoyed the ladder match, even though Ziggler took most of the spots out there, really big spots. Miz looked like he hit the ladder a couple times, but Jesus Christ, Miz, he retained the title. Even the fans in the crowd were saying, "Let's go Miz" and "Let's go Ziggler," which I do believe this was the final match of this feud, which they've had one of the best feuds of the year, in my opinion. It's been a really great feud, but I did really think Miz kind of retaining the belt, and after that, Ziggler looked dead, literally just looked dead on the ground as Miz was talking on the mic after he kicked Ziggler in the nuts. So I got a mile an hour. So south of the equator, he kicked him, and it was a good ladder match. I will say that, really good ladder match. The crowd was into it. Now I don't know if this is going to be the end of the feud or what's next for these guys. What is next for Ziggler now? Because they've really been trying to stretch this feud out, but I think they peaked after No Mercy. It almost felt like they didn't know what to do, and they just had to bring the Spirit Squad and other stuff into this. And then when Miz kind of won the belt back on SmackDown for Survivor Series, I think that didn't make a lot of sense. So, and I almost wondered, it's almost like Ziggler's going back to the same usual spot he was before. So, you know, I'm not saying this wasn't like the best match out of this feud. I think the No Mercy thing, it just kind of peaked. It really peaked at No Mercy. And it's been a really great feud, but now, I'm not saying it became stale, but it just kind of got to the point where, okay, how much stuff can we do with these two guys? How long are we going to keep this going? Another match was Baron Corbin versus Kalisto in a chairs match, which I was actually surprised they actually made this work. A really good chairs match, which usually when you hear chairs match, it just doesn't sound good. It just looks like the guys going to hit some gut shots to each other in a chair on the back. But they really did a lot with the chairs, throwing them at each other in the turnbuckle. Kalisto dressed like an avatar out there, which I don't know what they changed his gear for. Some Sabu type of stuff, and then Terminators, and setting chairs up and knocking everybody down. But here's the thing, the crowd looked like they didn't care. They looked like they just weren't really into the match. Is that they started to fall off and chant random stuff, I believe at one point, but they just kind of felt like they only reacted to big spots. Which they really did have a really good match, and you know, it's not really good that you can say a lot about both of these guys, especially in the chairs match, which a lot of people thought it was just suck ass really, but I just think the crowd did not care that much for both of them. But Baron Corbin did pick up the win over Kalisto, and it was a really good chairs match. It really wasn't a bad match. They actually had something good out there. Women's title match, which I'm somewhat surprised at this finish. Becky Lynch versus Alexa Bliss. Tables match. And I can say a lot of things about this match. I am surprised Alexa Bliss won, especially for the title change. But the match felt a... and I'll say why. It was good, but it looked like, once again, crowd did not care and started entertaining themselves, chanting JBL and stuff. It just like they watched the match, but they didn't know who to cheer or boo for. Was it a surprising finish with Becky Lynch going through the table? Yeah, because people expected Becky to win. Now some people think there's a lot Becky Lynch lost because you know, got those fucking narcs idiots back there like Kevin Dunn saying they don't like her accent, and some people just think Dunn looks at Alexa Bliss as just another Trish Stratus for some reason. You know, I don't know. Kevin Dunn's a fucking moron, but the tables match was good, but it just looked like the crowd did not care. And once again, they were calling a lot of spots out there. You could hear the moves they were calling out between Becky and Alexa, like a lot of spot calling in this match. Just a lot out of it. But the ending was a bit surprising, especially with Alexa Bliss going over. And once again, let's say it's right here. A lot of heels went over tonight, so people are really on the heel side more than the faces side. Like very, very pro heel show. Dallas is, some say, is a smart crowd, and people got mad at the fans for chanting JBL and other random shit during the match. But they Ricochet versus Dallas, and it was just a pro heel. The heels were all going over tonight. A lot of heels just winning every match they can throughout the whole show. But then we into the best match of the night. Pretty much stole the freaking show, and some say maybe arguably maybe one of the best main events of the whole year was AJ Styles versus Dean Ambrose in a TLC match for the WWE Championship. And holy shit, it was crazy. Pretty much people booed Ambrose out there, but they booed both these guys. But AJ Styles was mostly over with people chanting his name, and it looked like the crowd looked like they were kind of moving out of they thought they weren't caring for a minute because they started to chant Undertaker. But when it kind of came to Ambrose kind of about to suplex AJ through some tables and then kind of just spun him over into it, the crowd went, holy shit. And my god, the big spots they were doing out there was pulling the elbow drop on top of pretty much putting a ladder on top of the announce table and then putting AJ through a elbow drop. Styles 450 off the fucking ropes onto a table outside, even whipping his pants out there. It was just all over the place with this match. Like, the crowd was pretty much wanting to, this is awesome. They were putting out a fucking car wreck out there, these two. The combination moves, fucking Styles suplexing Ambrose through a damn table, and like people saying this is awesome and stuff. But then James Ellsworth came out there, which he immediately got booed, and Ellsworth just walked up to Styles. Styles pretty much took him out and was up to Styles crashing off the steps again. But Ambrose came for the save. He climbed the ladder after hitting AJ with dirty deeds. AJ tried to stop him, but Ambrose knocked him off the ladder and fell out the ring. But James Ellsworth, which I somewhat saw a double turn in a way going. I did kind of see a heel turn in this. But James Ellsworth, he pretty much pushed Dean Ambrose off the ladder, which fans somewhat started to chant yes. And AJ pretty much climbed the ladder and retained the WWE Championship, which James Ellsworth is very overexposed. And I saw the Talking Smack thing, which they pretty much said Ellsworth, he did this so he can get a bet, which he pretty much already beat AJ Styles three times, which is asinine. But he does have a title shot, and he says when he wins the paying attention to everything once Styles and Ambrose came on, which mostly every heel went over in this show tonight. All the heels won. They won their matches. So 2 title changes tonight. Hell of a fucking main event. Loved it. 6 matches, but we were able to stretch it out and pretty much put on some good fucking shit out there tonight. Even though I still think that the tag team title match was a squash match. Why, I don't know. But it was a great show tonight. I will put it as that. Really entertaining. I know Raw's got another pay-per-view coming up in about a week or 2, so we gotta get ready for that. These pay-per-views keep coming back to back to back to back to back to back. And I need to do a pay-per-view review on Ring of Honor's pay-per-view Final Battle, which I almost thought was a little bit better than TLC this weekend. I may put that up because Final Battle was a hell of a show this weekend. Great show and matches. Great pay-per-view. If you haven't checked it out, please go check it. I really enjoyed what Ring of Honor did and put on this weekend. But overall, I enjoyed the show. For TLC, a lot went down. Live reactions are pretty much posted up right now, so check those out too. And subscribe and hey, just check out the show. But hell of a show tonight. 6 matches, able to stretch it out. AJ Styles, man, can that have a bad match? And them and Ambrose, they killed it. Now, what goes next from this with James Ellsworth being healed? We'll have to find out and see. Check it out on SmackDown then. But overall, good show. Really good show tonight. Better than what Ross put on in damn, I don't know how long. We're out of here. See you guys later. Peace.